My company loved to brag about transparency until I noticed a name in the employee directory that shouldn't have been there. HR said he left years ago. IT told me not to message him. Then he messaged me first. I worked at a company that loved to brag about transparency. Open offices, glass meeting rooms, HR emails reminding us that communication was everything. That was the first lie. The second lie was the employee directory. Every month, HR sent out an updated list of employees, names, departments, extensions. People joked about checking it to see who had quit. The list was always a little outdated, but no one cared. Until I noticed a name that shouldn't have been there. Daniel K. listed under IT support. Night shift, extension active, email active, status marked as remote flex. I asked my manager who he was. She frowned, stared at the screen and said, "That's weird. He left years ago." I assumed it was a mistake. Then one night, while working late, my computer froze. The screen locked up completely. I sighed and reached for my phone when a chat window appeared. Daniel K. Saw you struggling. Want me to fix it? I didn't remember messaging it. Before I could respond, my screen unfroze. Everything worked perfectly again. The message vanished. The next morning, I asked it if Daniel had come back. The room went quiet. Finally, one technician said, "Please don't message that account." I asked why. He told me Daniel had died in the building 5 years earlier. Heart attack. Late night. Alone. HR never announced it. They quietly removed his desk and told everyone he'd moved on. But they never deactivated his credentials. They said it was easier to leave them active, just in case. After that, I started noticing things. IT tickets closed overnight with no technician logged. Software updates completed outside scheduled hours. Security logs showing badge access at 2:13 a.m. Daniel's badge number. I tried to ignore it. Then HR emailed me directly. Subject line: quick chat. They asked if I'd been communicating with legacy accounts. I asked what that meant. They replied, accounts associated with former employees. Plural. That night, I received an email from Daniel. "You should have replied. HR doesn't like when people notice things." I didn't sleep. The next morning, Daniel's name was gone from the employee list. I felt relief, until I noticed something worse. 3 new names had appeared, all listed as night shift, all with active extensions. I Googled them. 2 were obituaries. 1 was a missing person. I confronted HR. They didn't deny it. They told me systems needed continuity, that some employees were more reliable than others, that turnover was expensive. I asked how messages were being sent. They said, "We don't ask how things work. We just make sure they keep working." That afternoon, my manager stopped replying to me. My access to shared folders disappeared. Meetings were rescheduled without my name. At 4:59 p.m., HR sent me a calendar invite. Exit interview, 7:04 p.m. After hours, I didn't go. I packed my desk and left instead. As I walked out, my badge scanned green for the first time all week. That night, Daniel emailed me again. "You were never supposed to stay long." I blocked the address. 2 days later, HR sent a company-wide email announcing a system audit. My name was missing from the employee directory, but my email still worked. Last week, I checked the list again out of morbid curiosity. My name was back, listed under night shift, extension active, status, remote flex. I've received 3 IT tickets asking for help. I haven't answered. But sometimes, late at night, my laptop turns on by itself, and the cursor moves.